Okay, we're talking about the Falconets now. The FIFA World Cup, the men's senior, of course, is over. But then for all the women in the under-20, it's going to be taking place in France. They'll be hosting the under-20 and also, you know, the senior one, 2019. But this is the group where you have the Falconets. You have Nigeria, Haiti, China, and Germany. And the first game is going to be against Germany. And this morning we'll be talking with the coach, Christopher Danjuma, how the preparations has been for these girls, what they've been doing, and all the things he's been doing right there in camp in Abuja. Good morning, Coach. Welcome to the program.
Yeah. Good morning. We've been preparing well, and not only well, we have been preparing excellently well to make sure that when we get to the World Cup, we're able to do Nigeria proud.
Absolutely. I mean, just yesterday, you more like wrap up the friendly games right here in Nigeria against Conference Queens, and the girls won 2-1. What are the things you've seen in all these friendlies they've played? You played against Boys Academy, different national team, Nasarawa Amazons, and all that.
Yes. We are in the last phase of our training, which shows our level of preparedness, or the level the players have been able to assimilate tactical instruction. So that is why we go playing. We played the league champions Amazons on Saturday, and yesterday had a game against Kogi.
Your call credit has been.
Okay, we'll get back to Coach Danjuma much later on the program. Just asking him questions on preparations and all the things they've been doing so far. Kayode, you know, we've talked about, you know, when the draw came out, we talked about the fact that we'll be facing some big side. China, we know how big they are when it comes to women's football. Germany, of course, you know, we know how big they also are. Precisely. I mean, one was against, of course, we've seen it in the finals and all that. But we're thinking maybe these girls will have the opportunity to actually play against other countries, you know. But what they've been able to, you know, do so far, playing against Nasarawa Amazons, Conference Queens, Kogi and all that, we've seen what they've been able to do. Do you think that's really enough to go into the World Cup, knowing it starts in August 5th?
We can only hope for the best. I was thinking we'll get to play formidable national teams, knowing that we have our work cut out with the likes of Germany, who got us cap twice in 2010 and 2014, and also China, like you did say, in women's football, they're one of the best sides in the world. If we are not able to size up potential nations that play similar patterns, then it means our participation at the World Cup this time around, I think it's going to be shaky. I hope we do well, because if you recall, 2 years ago, Papua New Guinea were booted out at the first round. And right about now, it's not been the best of preparations. Like you need to play Nasarawa Amazons, Conference Queens, and what have you, a number of male sides, but it's still not the best in my opinion. But I can only hope for the best. The Nigerian spirit, when we get to international competitions, wanting to give the very best.
The desire, the hunger.
The desire, and the determination as well, like we've seen from the likes of Rashida Tajibade, Joy Bukiri, Kemi Famuditi, and the likes. We hope when they lock ons with Haiti, China, and Germany, they can give their best and get as far as possible. But if they fail, let us take solace from the fact that the bright spots, like Rashida Tajibade has made a debut for the senior women's national team, and let it be a conveyor belt for those that will succeed, the likes of Desire Paranoze, Oshuala, Odega, and the likes.
You know, I have a different perspective to all of this. I'm very sure a lot of people will not agree with me. Whether we win or lose is not really the matter for me. The matter is everything we do will still go back to what are we doing about our league? What are we doing? Because really, to me, that's a conveyor belt. That's what ensures that the generation next is discovered. You understand? Because you can win now. It's happened with the men's team. You win, you don't qualify for the next two editions.
I quite agree with you, because from the leagues, you get to discover talents. People playing from different league sides and what have you. Ajibade plays for Robo, Anam Imo, Bokiri, Famuditi, and the like. They represent other sides.
So we must keep it flowing.
Once your league thrives, you have a very, very solid point. If your league thrives, that would be like the opportunity for you to represent your national team.
So the emphasis shouldn't be whether we win or lose, or all that.
Like I did say, we should go as far as possible.
Yes.
The average Nigerian wants their team to do well. But if we don't, let's take positives from the few players who would have exemplified and shine above their peers and see that they get to the national team, the senior women's national team, because after the Falconets, the biggest stage is the Falcons. And like we saw the likes of Odega, Oshuala, and Okparanuze do
make
in
the progression. Yeah.
And they made the progression to the women's national team, and they've been thriving. We hope that this bunch of players with the Falconets would do the same and hopefully help the cause of Nigeria at the Women's Senior World Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. Because when we were talking with the coach, before came on, we were talking about the fact that they were able to get clips of other teams, being able to watch them and see what they will be able to do. Okay, Christopher Danjuma, he's back on the program. We'll continue with where we stopped concerning the friendlies they've had. If it's really enough, for the team to go to France and emerge from that group, if possible, kind of reach where they got to the last time, talking about the final where they faced Germany in the final, but they lost to them. Welcome back, Coach.
Yeah, when you are preparing for a World Cup tournament, definitely you must have your plans laid down and know the kind of materials you have. Then having a knowledge of the opponent, that's the oppositions you're likely going to face. Within the context of your surroundings, everything you will make do to at least to the highest, not barest minimal, to the highest point of preparation that you can help yourself with, you do. I know Germany is a physical team, so most of the matches we had to play here was to start with the under-15 boys. We have their case, we have the case of Germany, China, Haiti, and a couple of others. So we take this tips one after the other, based on their tactical approach and how we want to go about it and come out successful. So most of the matches or trainings we had now was more of to do with the speed and the strength ability of our girls. Then coming to the last phase, now we have to play the British champion, then played Kogi United. Kogi, what influenced us playing Kogi was a couple of players from Kogi were in the last camp, the last Falcons camp that played against Gambia, though they didn't make the team, but they were part of the team. As like your question says, preparation is in phases. We believe when we go out for, when we're going out for the training tour, we have the 2 matches already lined up for us, and which I know will give us a test of the European team.
All right, Coach, let me quickly butt in and ask you this. With a few time left before the competition starts, what are the things that you would love to have? I know you have tried your best in a situation that's probably not ideal. You've tried your best, and we must commend you for that. But what are the things you would love, with the little time left, that if we could get this, if we could get that, maybe our chances will be brighter?
Yes, I believe that in a couple of days we should be heading out to Austria for a campaign. And from what I've gathered, what we actually need or what was lacking in the preparation here will be made available there to make sure that we top our preparatory period and every lapses or loopholes that are left, so that by the time we get into the competition or start the competition proper, we will have little or nothing to say we have left behind.
Okay, so when are we going to be having the final list? That's what everyone is waiting for, the girls that will be prosecuting this tournament in France.
Don't worry, the final list will be coming very, 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 very soon. Very soon is very soon. Yes,
okay.
I have, yeah.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for taking our time to talk to us this morning. Okay, I think I love it. It seems like we're already there. I mean, Austria training tour. That's going to be great to friendlies line up. That will help them to actually test, the European counterparts and all that. So these guys will definitely have opportunity to play against another team outside, playing against the boys and Nigerian team and all that. That's a step forward.
To know. Quite heartwarming. I hope they leave for Austria as soon as possible. And like the coach did say that they'll be playing 2 European opponents. Don't forget, I said that the Germans are quite physical.
Of course.
And you need to play tune-up games that will keep you in shape, in readiness for those unformidable foes like Germany and China. And he also did say that they played a number of home teams to fine-tune the tactical approach towards the kind of teams that will be playing at the World Cup in Group D? Well, it's good to know that they're keeping their works going on. And the training tour in Austria, we have just about 2.5 weeks. It's starting on the 5th of August in France. We have just about 2.5 weeks to go before the competition proper starts. I can only hope that we do well. And if we don't, like I did say earlier, let's take positives and build the girls for the future.